The round of 16 has been half to 8, and we are in the quarterfinals in Hungary as Spain takes on Argentina to see who will move on to the semifinals. I'm Aaron Sanders. Glad to have you along the ride here today, and glad to be calling this game on behalf of FIBA. Welcome aboard, everybody, and welcome back. Spain ranked number 1 in the power rankings. They moved up 1 before the start of the round of 16, and Argentina ranked 7 in the PR, also moved up 1. Take a look at the schedule for the quarterfinals. We kick off action with Spain and Argentina, followed by Canada and Turkey, USA and Japan, and France and Serbia. The winner of this game will play the winner of Canada and Turkey. We will get you the starting lineups along with the national anthems, along with the tip-offs momentarily. Spain, first and foremost, were able to get to the quarterfinals after defeating Lebanon 120 to 20, and Argentina with an upset win against Brazil 87 to 85, and that's why both of these clubs are playing here today. Spain finished first in Group A competition with an undefeated record, and with that round of 16 win, they are now 4-0 in the World Cup. Argentina with a 1-2 record, they ended up third in Group D, but now they are 2-2 after defeating Brazil, and we see Argentina being introduced right now. Let's listen in. Thank you for joining us here in the U19 quarterfinals here. This is the 2023 FIBA U19 World Cup. I'm glad that you're joining us wherever you may be. Be sure to subscribe to FIBA for all the latest in all the tournaments. Catch up on the stats and facts of your players, and also the best of basketball's future stars. Follow Next Gen Hoops on Facebook and Instagram. It features highlights of players from today's game, the U19 World Cup, and other FIBA tournaments. Be sure to give them a follow at Next Gen Hoops as we see Spain being introduced right now. Shall step aside for the playing of both national anthems of Spain and Argentina. I'll be back on the call in just a few moments. This is the 2023 FIBA U19 World Cup quarterfinals. I'm Aaron Sanders. I'll be bringing the play-by-play for this quarterfinal matchup. They're the referees for today's game. From the USA, Amy Bonner, along with the other officials who will be refereeing today's game. Glad to have you on board, too. If you're also on YouTube, see the chat going on right now, even before the game started. Always good to have that kind of interaction. So I'll read some of your comments during today's game as we take a look at the starting lineup for Argentina. So they're going to start with Leah, Dylan Bordone, Lucas Fresno, Santiago True, and Lucas Giovanetti. And that will be the starting five to start for head coach Mauro Paula. Lucas Giovanetti, one of the leading scorers in this U19 World Cup with 16.3 points per game. That's seventh in the tournament. The look at Spain's starting five. We're going to start with Rafael Villar, Jordi Rodriguez, Sadiq Garuba, Izan Almanza, and Baba Miller. And Izan Almanza, second in scoring in the World Cup, 19.3 points per game. He also clamps down nearly 7 rebounds per game. One of his best games was against one of these teams, as he played all 4 games against Canada, Spain, China, and the round 16 matchup against Lebanon. He ended up with 15.7 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and 1 block. So he's able to fill in the stat sheet effortlessly as Daniel Marie Garcia hopes to lead his team into the semifinals. Team Spain ended up in 3rd place back in 1995, but they ended up top in 1999. So it's safe to say that they have not placed a podium finish in 24 years. They're looking to change that, and why not? They are first in the power rankings that was updated before the round of 16. They came in to the World Cup ranked number 2, just below the United States. They were able to swap positions, and now Spain is at the top and also second in the world. Argentina, they ended up in 6th place to start the World Cup as far as power rankings are concerned. Started 8th, and now they are in 7th in the power rankings. 18th in the world. So this is going to be a dynamite matchup between these two clubs. Argentina has only won 2 medals themselves. Ended up in 3rd place back in 1979, the very first FIBA World Championship, and in 1991. They have made the finals outside of that 5 times in 83, 95, 99, 2003, and 2011. Both of these clubs are set to go. The tip is controlled by Argentina. We are underway, and Spain takes it right away. Inside a drive was Garuba as he opens up the scoring. So Garuba on his first field goal gives Spain a 2-0 lead, 15 seconds into the game. So Spain moves the ball right around the sideline. That 3 is a no-go for True. Rebound right down low. Rodriguez tries to control it as the ball goes out of bounds. So look at this opportunity as Rodriguez is able to regain possession for Spain. Spain undefeated in Group A play. They're gunning for another medal. Drive down low, Villar kicks it outside to Garuba. Garuba down at the corner for 3. That goes off the top. And they get an offensive rebound. They pass it right back up top to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets the seal, and he finds an open look. And Now it's 4-0 Spain as Almanza puts it up and in. Argentina yet to get on the scoreboard, and they may have to wait a little longer. Here's a three. That rattles in and out. Rebound Almanza. Down low, kisses it off the glass, off the mark. Second chance, and he stuffs it. Almanza with 4 of the 6 points already for Team Spain. And this is a fast start for a team that averages 89 points per game, second in the World Cup, and it's taken away. Here's Spain on the move. Giovannetti trying to seal it off as we get the first foul of the contest. Spain will inbound it on the sideline. So Giovannetti with the first foul. Another player to look out for. 7th in scoring. Here's Vieira up top, dishes it over to Rodriguez. Driving down low, looking for Almanza, loses control of the ball, and it's taken right away. Good defense down low from Argentina. Almost 2 minutes into the game, Argentina has yet to score as they are down by 6. So looking at the play once again, and it was Rodriguez who touched the ball last. So Spain's playing defense as they break away for just a little bit. Here's Trué up top. And the pass goes down to Bordone. 7 to shoot. Bordone on the drive. In from the right. Layup is good as it's a high shot off the glass, and Argentina is able to get their first bucket courtesy of Lucas Fresno. So it's now a 4-point game. 7:32 remaining here in the opening quarter. Almanza jump hook is good. So Almanza, a firecracker to start things off. He has scored 6 of the 8 points for Team Spain, and that's the difference right now. Giovannetti trying to work the ball around. Here's Bordone trying to drive inside, but is denied. Here's a three from Leah, and he gets that one to go. Leah, one of the top scorers in the World Cup too. You're seeing 3 of the hottest shooters here in this quarterfinal matchup. Here's Almanza, spots up. That is too short. Rebound is denied as the ball goes the other way. Giovannetti right on the tracks. Another chance at a 3. That's too strong. And back comes Spain. Crossover dribble down the far side. Baba Miller hands it off to Rodriguez. He's inside. He kicks it right back out. Dishes it over to Garuba. Garuba driving right inside. Was looking for the foul but can't get it. Bordone takes it away. And Aaliyah steps out of bounds. It will go back to Spain. Thanks for joining us in the FIBA U19 World Cup quarterfinals between Spain and Argentina. Let's get the conversation going in the comment section on YouTube or wherever you may be watching this broadcast. Thank you again for joining us, and be sure to follow us on Twitter with the hashtag FIBA U19. Some trouble as the shot clock winds down. The 3 doesn't go. It'll stay with Spain. Shot clock reset at 14. We're almost halfway into the first. We're going to have our first substitution of the game. Spain shooting 40% from the field, same with Argentina. Despite the slow start from Argentina, they've been able to pick things right back up. They were down by as much as 6. They have half that to 3 now. 10 to shoot. Here's Rodriguez. Outside shot. That hits the front. And Alia is able to slap it away, and here comes Argentina on the move. There's a 3 from Fresno. That's off the mark. Rebound. Right down low, and Almanza will pick it up. Rodriguez for 3. That's short. Trué snags down the board. Argentina with the only foul in this contest. There's the bullet pass, Fresno, and it's right back to Giovanetti. Air ball as we are halfway into the first. As Argentina has to shake that off right away. And now Lucas Longarita in the game and will bring the ball into play. So Jordi Rodriguez has a seat for the time being. De La Rey also in for Spain. Sergio De La Rey. The ball's right down to Miller. Fadeaway jumper, that is short. Garuba tries to save it, but it will go to Argentina. Good hustle in the early stages of this game from Sadiq Garuba. A player that averages 5.3 points and 1.3 rebounds per game, as Garuba was nowhere near the shins of Argentina. 8-5 Spain. Dribble drive, Bordone, layup no good. Second chance, doesn't work this time. Here's Longarita on the board. Ahead to Miller. Miller crosses over, going for the slam. Will they get continuation? It does, and they do get continuation. Baba Miller slicing and dicing right down the lane, blowing by Giovanetti with too much of a hand check. Holds his hand, but Miller is able to get the throwdown. A 50% free throw shooter. Had his best game against China with 10 rebounds, 9 points, 7 assists and change. As more substitutions are taking place right now. So Dylan Bordone checks out. Diego Colom checks in for Argentina. Same with Juan Boca, who replaces Lucas Fresno. And the and one is completed by Miller, and it's now 11-5 Spain. Colon far away. Here is Boca, and he can't connect on his first attempt. Lucas Longarita with the ball. Fifth in assists, and it's taken away. And here is Colom on the drive and the stuff. And this game could get mighty fast real quick if you don't pay attention. The saucer pass over. Here's Miller from downtown. That's off the top. Rebound Boca. Alia looking for the pass, has to defer it right back to Giovanetti. Giovanetti fakes on the three, gets it close to the sidelines, and is right back out to Colom. He'll have a crack at it. That doesn't go. Neither team shooting well from downtown. Here's De La Rey controlling the offense as he brings it up court. De La Rey inside to Amanza. Amanza and Miller, the only big men on the lineup for Spain as they see 5 to shoot. The drive-by slam doesn't go. However, they're able to make contact, and Longarita will head to the line with exactly 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. So Longarita thought he had the green light to go. He knew he had to meet the double team of Colom, Alia, and Marchiaro. So Argentina making some changes here, as Spain will have another chance at the line. Longarita, 5th in assists per game with 4.5. He knocks down the first free throw. He averages 70% from the charity stripe. His best game was in the opener for Spain against Canada. 15.7 rebounds, 4 assists. And he makes good on both free throws. It's now 13-7. Spain up 6. 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Here's Colom trying to break away from a smothering defense as Rodriguez travels. Leading scorer for Spain right now, and the game, Isan Almanza with 6. As Spain shooting 33% from the field. Lee Alia with 3 points for Argentina, the leading scorer, as they're shooting 25%. In this shoot, kick out to Noguez, and it's right back Langarita with the fake and the drive. Over to Almanza, who can't get that leaner to go. Argentina picking up the pace, and the ball will go the other way. Argentina remains to be in the game. However, costly turnovers like this take them out of the game. However, there's plenty of game to go here in this quarterfinal matchup. Remember now, the winner of this will play the winner of Canada and Turkey in the semifinals tomorrow. This is the U19 World Cup from Hungary. And there's a foul off the ball with 2:12 remaining. Once again, be sure to follow FIBA for all the action in current and future tournaments by subscribing to them on social media. And by social media, that's right, I mean Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. To see the stars of tomorrow in this game we call basketball. That's going to be a foul on Spain as they remain up 6. As we have another look at this, Colomb trying to outwit Isaac Noguez, and too much hand checking there. As Argentina gets the ball in play, but they may be in trouble, and it's taken away. Good defense from Spain as they bring it up court. Here's Rodriguez right near the logo. Under 2 to play in the opening quarter, and Rodriguez was looking for the screen. Kickball is called. Spain ranked number 2 in the power rankings before the round of 16. They are the best team, number 1, as far as the rankings are concerned. Argentina looking to outwit that as the drive layup is good by Jordi Rodriguez. So Rodriguez for 2 makes it an 8-point game, the largest lead today. And it looks like Argentina is off to the line. Spain with their 3rd team foul of the quarter. Argentina out of fouls to give. As Diego Colomb tried to drive right into the basket. And that's what Argentina needs to do to stay into this game. They realize they have a little bit of a mismatch, so they have to keep on attacking the basket. Because once you do that, that could give you either a trip to the free throw line, give you points. No matter what, you have to keep on trying. Diego Colomb at the line. Perfect at the stripe here in the FIBA U19 World Cup. That first free throw goes. In the round of 16 contest against Brazil, had his best game with 7 points, 2 assists, a rebound, steal, and block. Filled up pretty much everywhere in the stat sheets as he misses the free throw. His first miss here in the tournament, as it is a 7-point game. Spain with the advantage. Here's the feed down low to Almanza. Hands it right back over. And Rodriguez is called for the travel. Argentina starts in the backcourt. Colomb up top. Bautista Rodriguez. Under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Spain 15, Argentina 8. Winner of this will play in the semifinals. Colomb trying to go behind the back. He has 3 to shoot. And they feed it right on over to Marciardo, who hits it off the glass, and it's off the mark. De La Rey. And he passes the ball over the far side. Noguez passes back to Longarita. Valeria, loose ball on the floor. Almanza tried to put it right back in as the shot clock expires. The ball is going to go back to Argentina with about 21 seconds remaining. And Argentina smothering Spain as the shot clock winded down. Argentina looking for the final shot. We're down to 7. They get it right back up top. 3 to shoot. And that is short. Somebody got a hand on it as the quarter ends with Spain leading Argentina 15-8 after 1. I'm Aaron Sanders, and you're watching the 2023 FIBA U19 World Cup quarterfinal between Spain and Argentina. Back with the second in just a moment. Welcome back to Hungary in this quarterfinal matchup in the 2023 FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup as Spain leads Argentina 15-8 as we're about to get started here in the second quarter. I'm Aaron Sanders, glad to call the game today as Spain will start with the ball. Interesting scoring stat is that Spain is shooting 33% from the field, Argentina 21.4%. And Spain out-rebounding Argentina 15-8. That is a +7. As Spain wasted no time driving right into the lane. As Jordi Rodriguez is at the line. He misses the first free throw. He has yet to make a free throw here in the World Cup. Looking to change that as he splits the pair of free throws, and Jordi Rodriguez has 3 points now, along with 2 assists. However, he has 2 turnovers. It is back to an 8-point game as we're underway here in the second. Foul right away from Sergio De La Rey. And you have seen in the early stages of this game, a majority of the fouls have come from hand checking away from the basket. Finger roll is no good for Alia as he draws the foul. So Almanza picking up Alia. And Alia just using the outstretched hands of Almanza to his advantage. Alia misses the first free throw. He shoots 30% from the line. And he's ranked number 6 in points per game with 16.8. fifth in rebounds with 9 a game. He misses both free throws. Argentina trying to capitalize on the rebound. And they're unable to do that as Garuba will throw it in. Have to be very active once the ball hits the rim. Off the free throw, make your presence known down low in the paint. We have another whistle. With 9:22 to play. And Benjamin Marchiaro with the foul. That's his second. De La Rey hops it over to Monza. Here's Garuba for 3. That's off the mark. There has only been 1 3-pointer made throughout this matchup so far, and that belongs to Argentina, courtesy of Lee Alia. And Marchiaro zooms right down the lane with the right-handed finger roll to make it 16-10, Spain. That's his first field goal here in the quarterfinal. And another foul, this time Juan Boca, the offending party. And Spain will get a set of fresh legs in right now. Rafael Vieira checking back in, one of the starters for Spain today. Sergio De La Rey checks out. He's played almost 7 minutes, and he's getting a well-deserved rest. Villar throwing it in. Almanza up top, and Jordi Rodriguez gets the ball back. Finding the alley-oop, but unable to connect on that. Once again, for the latest action, the current tournament and future tournaments, be sure to subscribe to FIBA on social media. Argentina turns the ball over right after the inbound. Be sure to let us know that you're watching the quarterfinals as we're in the home stretch here in the tournament by using the hashtag FIBA U19. Great dish down low. And it's no good. And Spain returns to the free throw line. .8:35 remaining here in the half. Spain has led since the opening tip, led by as much as 8. As Rodriguez hits on the first free throw. That foul, incidentally, was on Diego Colom. That is Colom's second foul. And Rodriguez knocks both of them down. And we have a timeout on the floor with 8:36 remaining until halftime. It's Spain 18, Argentina 10 here in the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup quarterfinal.
Para todo lo que tengo que hacer, tengo que estar preparado previamente. En la salida, preparado para que no me empujen y me hagan la puerta de atrás. Preparado para sacar. Nos estamos encontrando, recibo ya cuando me llega la acción tengo que improvisar. Enfocado y preparado, si todo lo que está haciendo España es lo que vimos, es lo que están jugando. No hay ninguna sorpresa. Escúchenme, salimos con esto. Juan, Diego, pasá la bola a Benja. Estamos, cortás. Y vamos con la primer cortina de Bauti, la segunda es de Lee. Para la salida de Juan, del lado que vos quieras. ¿Entendido? Ey, escúchenme. Después de los 2 picks es Lee hacia adentro y Bauti apertura. ¿Entendido? Juguemos un poco más con eso.
Movamos la pelota como con Brasil. Movamos la pelota. 1, 2, 3.
Argentina down 8 at the moment. Again, the largest deficit here in this matchup so far. However, both of these clubs haven't been shooting well as they wanted to. There were times where they would rely on the 3, but that hasn't been working out so far. There's only been 1 3-pointer made, and that is because of Argentina. Spain shooting nearly 32% from the field. Argentina at 26%. So it's only a matter of time before both of these clubs take wise shot choices. However, Argentina's problem is getting right down low to the basket. And free throws, too, have to be an issue for both of these clubs. Out of the 4 free throws Argentina has attempted, they've only made 1. Spain have been almost flawless from the line, 6 of 7. That 3 doesn't go. And Garuba forms a wall as the ball heads out of bounds. It will go back to Spain with 8:18 to go. VR hits the deck and is able to pick up the dribble again. VR over to Miller, inside to Almanza. Garuba down the side, digs right deep. Miller driving, 3 to shoot, goes inside, kisses it off the glass and in. And Baba Miller able to hit to make it a 10-point game. Looking at the comments right now, a majority of the fans tuning in is predicting that Spain will win the tournament. Well, at this case, one of the top teams coming into the tournament, second in the world, number 1 in the power rankings that was released before the round of 16 yesterday. They were number 2 in the power rankings. They moved up a spot. Argentina, on the other hand, 18th in the world, 7th in those same rankings. Very close as Bordone gives the ball away. That shot is off the mark. Here's Rodriguez, averages 10.5 points per game, driving right in from the left, kicks it right back outside. 2010, Spain. As the ball rolls off of Bordone. So Santiago Touré returns to the game. One of the starters for Argentina is going to give Ali a rest. Almanza with a crossover dribble. Now he's at the elbow, 3 to shoot. Here's VR who misses it. And they dish it right back up top. Another chance. That doesn't go. The three-point woes continue for both of these clubs. Only one has been made in this contest so far. Under 7 to go. Here's Giovanetti driving right in over Almanza and draws the foul. And Lucas Fresno will be checking back in for Argentina. They have the ball underneath the basket. First of 4 quarterfinal matchups here today, with semi and final action beginning tomorrow. Giovanetti right in the circle, goes for the layup, count it, and the foul. Lucas Giovanetti, by all means necessary, finding a way to fling the ball right up, hit the basket, and now he'll have a chance at the end one. And that's a basket Giovanetti and Spain desperately needed in order to stay into this one. Giovanetti connects on the three-point play. So that's 3 points now for Giovanetti, tied with Alia and Colom, with Spain as the high scorers. Whistle offside the ball. And both of these clubs must find a way to get a shot going. Try to get it right back inside, because the outside shot still a no-go for both of these clubs. 1 of 10 Argentina, 0 for 9 for Spain. You add that up, they have only made 1 shot out of a possible 19. As Jordan Rodriguez is at the line. And he hits the front iron, misses the second one. 8-point game. as Spain applies full court pressure. And it's broken up. Double team down to the far side. And they try to hit it off one of the shins, and that's not going to work. Spain's able to take it away. Shorty Rodriguez. Oh, how about the ankles as he dishes it over. The three's no good. And they're able to get the ball back. Second chance opportunities. Just helping out. So Rodriguez trying to battle for the ball. It doesn't work. Spain on the offensive boards, out rebounding Argentina 7-2. As we see David Gomez check in for the first time, replacing Almanza for the time being. VR at the line again, and he hits it off the top iron. That's too strong, as we're just under 6 minutes to go until halftime. Argentina over the limit in fouls. Spain with 3. They're down to their last foul to give. 9-point lead for Spain as Argentina pushes it up court. Fresno retreats right back outside. Bordone, and it's Giovanetti looking to attack the basket. Fakes once, twice, goes for the finger roll, try to go for the foul, but can't get it this time. Villar to Miller, and it's back to Villar. Gets the steal from Longarita. Trying to go for the behind-the-back pass was Gomez, but unable to make that work out for him. That goes Argentina behind the back, too, as True goes to the basket and slams it down. So Sebastian True trying to get some energy right into Argentina as they are stuck by 7 as we're halfway into the second quarter. Rodriguez going behind the back, and that's an offensive foul. So Spain making some adjustments right now as De La Rey checks back in. On the floor for Spain, Almanza, Miller, De La Rey, Longarita, and VR. For Argentina right now, Bordon, Fresno, Giovanetti, Rodriguez, and True. And this is Bordon with the ball after getting it back from True. Bordon. Great ball movement as the shot clock winds down. True steps away and knocks it down. So finally, this three-point spell has been broken as Argentina, once down by 10, has cut the lead to 4, and Spain wants to talk it over. 4:32 remaining in the second quarter. And thanks to that 3, Argentina has the momentum. We will see how Spain reacts after this timeout.
Por un tiro o por un pase por la espalda. Lo que hay que hacer es tener paciencia y cuidar el balón. Luego, puntear tiros que están jugando con 5 abiertos. Nosotros ahora tenemos que jugar 5 abajo o 51 para meter interior. Queda claro, una vez hemos metido interior, hemos jugado bien. Mano a mano, sacar el balón fuera, esperar a que el juego os llegue. Sí, y rebote. Venga, ahora proteger un poco mejor la pintura, que estamos defendiendo muy arriba y no nos sirve, estamos en bonus. Ir atrás, pero defender sólido. Va.
Even though the rebounding hasn't worked in Argentina's favor, they have found a way to outscore Spain here in the second quarter, 10-7. They were down by double digits at one time. That has been cut down to 4, as we're more than halfway into the second quarter. That last play, a long 3 from Santiago True, as he's able to step back, get comfortable at the corner. And Argentina still into this game as they apply full court pressure as Spain brings it in. This is the U19 FIBA Basketball World Cup quarterfinal stages. The first of 4 here today. VR looking to go in. It's back out. And that 3 goes from Longarita, as Spain connects on their first 3 of the contest. Bordone, will it be a 3-point shootout? We'll see as they get it right back outside. And that 3 goes. So it's back to a 4-point game. We are into Almanza, guarded by Troué. Almanza backing down Troué. And here's Miller at a 3. That is short. Gets his own rebound, drives right down to the 10. Finger roll up and in. So at that moment, Baba Miller was able to trace on his shot. And it's now 27-21. Fresno met by the double. Over to Troué. In the circle, in the lane, off the glass, and he puts it in. So Troué just getting into a scoring groove right there. Same with Spain, as VR is going to head to the line. The basket goes as Rafael Viel connects on his first field goal. He has 3 points. One of them coming from the free throw line. 1 of 2. Sadiq Garuba in the lineup as VR connects. He has 4 points at the moment. Winner of this will play the winner of Canada and Turkey, which will be taking place later on here on the FIBA social media pages. Quarterfinal action today, semifinals tomorrow. That's the cross-court pass over to Fresno, puts it off, no good. And Spain not wasting any time. That's a long 2, and that was short. Bautista Rodriguez back in the lineup for Argentina. Troué, another 3. That one is short too. So both of these clubs a little short of the rim in their last possession. Here's De La Rey looking for Almanza, and he got him. He starts downtown and is back to De La Rey. Backs down just for a second. Tough shot. That's off the mark. Almanza tips it right back in. Little bit of a volleyball tip. However, that one went down, and now Almanza has 8 points here in the contest. That basket goes. Dylan Bordone connecting. Seven-point lead, Spain. Almanza right down low, met by Troué. The battle and a direct pass, and the reverse no good. Almanza jams it down easily. The third chance from Izan Almanza, as he now has 10 points in the game. Timeout called by Argentina. With more than a minute to go, Spain leads 34-25.
Estamos bien, estamos a 9, dale, dale.
El trabajo bueno, chicos. Pará. El trabajo bueno y el esfuerzo es grande. Pero cada vez que nos dormamos en una bola, son 2 puntos de ellos. Y en un rebote, en donde tuvimos que soltar una ayuda y no entra el perímetro a chequear a los grandes, es rebote y conversión. Y a nosotros nos está costando un huevo y medio atacar. Va con la alabanza vos, ¿entendido? Escúchenme, vuelvo a repetir. Lino va a cerrar los rompimientos. El tipo este cada vez que tiene 1 centímetro anota. Y él tiene que estar en la caída y en el box out sobre todo o para puntear el balón. Entonces al rompimiento de 60 se cierra al lado opuesto y nos quedamos 1 con 2 del lado débil. ¿Entendido? Rotación y
empezamos a rotar.
Jugamos ahora pantalón, yoga de 4.
Argentina has picked up the pace, and it's mainly because of the quick effort from Santiago Trué, the leading scorer for the nation with 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of 6 from the field. And Lucas Giovanetti right below him with 6 points, as Argentina has improved their field goal percentage to almost 40%, 38.4 to be exact, as we approach the final minute here in the first half. The largest lead has belonged to Spain with 10 points. They are now up 9. Here's Giovanetti on the fake, the drive. Goes for another fake deep inside. Shot clock winding down. Here's Bordone, who did not hit iron on that one. Spain has led since the opening tip. And what a way to start the game off. The tip, and they were able to go for an easy layup as Baba Miller knocks it down from beyond the arc to give Spain their largest lead of the game. 10 points for Baba Miller. Shot clock is off for the final 10 seconds. Argentina looking to cut this lead down to single digits if they go for a 3. And they do that, and they miss it. The putback is no good for Fresno, and that ends the first half as Spain has dominated, albeit some scoring spurts from Argentina down the stretch, especially here in the second quarter. Spain taking a 12-point lead into the locker room over Argentina here in this quarterfinal matchup. We will step aside for halftime, and we'll be back for the third quarter in a matter of moments. I'm Aaron Sanders. You're watching the 2023 FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup quarterfinal.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
You win for all. toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
You win for all.
Finds his teammates, the Banovic, and he goes up for the dunk. And the foul has been called as well on Benedict Mathurin.
You can tell, Jeff, the momentum, the energy.
Wembanyama for three. And Woodrow goes up for the rebound and goes for the dunk.
Welcome back to Hungary in this quarterfinal matchup in the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup as Spain is ahead 37-25 over Argentina. Some quick stats to note before we get underway here in the second half. Both of these clubs almost even from the stats. 9 points off of turnovers, 2 fast break points, 5 points from the bench. However, Spain has the advantage in second chance points, 11. Argentina, nothing on that side. and it's a +8 for Spain for the points in the paint, 22-14. Spain's largest lead is the score you see on your screen right now as Argentina starts the second half with the ball. I'm Aaron Sanders. Thank you for joining us. Whether it be on YouTube, Instagram, or Twitch. Glad to have you alongside as Argentina goes right inside of the basket right away. And there is a foul on Jordi Rodriguez. So first goes for Lucas Fresno. Fresno with 3 points today, along with a rebound, and he makes it 4 as he's perfect from the free throw line to make it 37-27 as we're underway here in the second half. The leading man for Spain right now, Isan Almanza, 10 points, 8 rebounds. He is on double-double watch at the moment. Here's Rodriguez trying to drive, splits through the double team. Right back out to Garuba. 3 to shoot. Garuba from the corner. That's off the mark. They were ice cold from downtown until the midway mark of the second quarter where things started to pick up from beyond the arc. However, the three-point percentage has been abysmal for both of these clubs. They're relying more on the front court. Fake drive, and the teardrop is off the mark. Here comes Villar on the drive. Over to Rodriguez. Tough shot, but he can't get that one to go. Almanza passes it right back outside. 9 seconds on the 24. The 3 is good for Baba Miller. So Baba Miller, one of the leading scorers for Argentina right now, with 13 points, 7 boards. He has had a decent game and a decent tournament, averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds a game. Shot clock winding down to 3. Bourdon has to put it up and hits as the shot clock goes off. And Dylan Bourdon doing all he can to get this team right back in, but he has been ice cold field goal wise. He only has 4 points, but 4 assists. He's been very productive as far as ball movement has been concerned. Down low, here's the fake. Garuba up off the mark. Almanza gets it right back. Second chance again for Spain. Shot clock going off, and that 3 is no good for Rodriguez. And Spain has another chance. 2 offensive rebounds, and it finishes off with Miller, who throws it down. Argentina not aware of that real estate right down to the paint, and it cost them. The largest lead of the game now belongs to Spain, 42-29. Tough shot from Bourdon, does not hit. And it's tapped away by Garuba, and he has numbers. And it's taken right away as Fresno tries to take advantage on a 3-on-2. There's a foul on the ball. So Spain with 2 quick fouls as we're almost 3 minutes into the second half and the third quarter. Chouet. The feed as he finds Fresno for the deuce. How about that backdoor cut from Fresno to finish the job as they cut the lead back down to 11. Here's VR, far away from the basket. As they work the ball around the perimeter, the drive from Villar puts it up and in, and it counts. So Rafael Villar is going to have a chance to go to the line to balloon this lead much more. He has 6 points for the moment, 2 of 3 from the line, along with 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and only 1 foul right now. He's been very efficient on the floor, but he can't connect on the and one. And it's stolen away from Villar. Trying to make do of that miss. Rodriguez knocks it down from the corner. And it is a scoring explosion for Spain as they now lead by 16 against Argentina, continuing to top their largest lead of the ball game. 6:22 remaining. Argentina calls timeout. Let's listen into the huddles.
Todo lo que puedo y un poco más. Estamos, pues no van a pitar nada del Rossi y la estamos perdiendo toda. Salimos con el zipper. Jova, subí sobre Lee. Jova, subí sobre Lee. Tratá de hacerlo lo más adentro, no profundo, lo más adentro posible de la cortina para que entre este pase. Si ahora lo vamos a jugar ahí. Escuchá, cuando entre el balón, Lucas Cortás y Santi, vos vas a estar del lado opuesto, lo sacás a Jova para este lado. ¿Entendido? Pará.
You saw the difference of the points in the paint. Spain outscoring Argentina 26-16 in that department. And most of that has come from Izano Monza and Baba Miller. Miller leading scorer with 15 points and 7 rebounds. Izano Monza with a double-double, 10 and 10, along with 2 dimes, which has been troublesome on Argentina's side as their leading scorer is Santiago Trué with 7 points, 5 boards, and a dime to his name too. So Monza has been the X factor for Spain in this entire tournament. Second leading scorer in the World Cup with 19.3 points and almost 7 rebounds per game. His best game, he ended up with 15 points and 7 assists. This by far his best so far, as Alia is unable to hit. Ice cold in the beginning stages of this game. We'll see if he'll be able to warm up and try to get Argentina right back into this ball game. Baba Miller looking for a feed inside, and he gives it up to Rodriguez instead. He gets denied, and it goes the other way. Here comes Argentina on a 3-on-2. Here's Bordone, and he gets fouled. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the social media outlets of FIBA. That's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And to see the best of basketball's future stars, follow Next Gen Hoops on Facebook and Instagram. They will have highlights of the players from this tournament. There's a steal by Spain, and they work on a give and go, and it's finished off by Sadiq Garuba. And Sadiq Garuba showing a lot of speed. He has 4 points here in the contest, and it's taken away again as Rodriguez flushes it. So Spain picking up on the transition and capitalizing, and they take it away again. This time Almanza is the one responsible for it. A 20-point lead for Spain here with almost 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Argentina failing to look for answers at the moment. A little too fast on their passes, trying to pick up on Spain's tempo. So Mario Pola looking on, trying to find some answers, try to get back from this 20-point deficit that Argentina is dealing with right now. Colon with the ball. Colon trying to go behind the back on Moreno, and he goes coast to coast and finishes it off with a right hand. And that was all him on that play, ladies and gentlemen, as he now has 5 points here in the game. Play is blown dead before the basket as we're exactly 5 minutes into the third quarter. Lucas Longarita checking back in for Spain. Longarita with 5 points and 3 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the field, as his only field goal came from downtown. The rest have come from free throws. As you see, Isaac Nogues also into the game. Longarita driving, and he can't get the layup to go. And Garuba gets the ball back. Hesitation from Longarita as Garuba drives, fights through everybody, can't get it inside. So Santiago True trying to stop Garuba at all costs. As it looks like Argentina was the last one who touched the ball, and they did. 2.5 on the shot clock as they have to put it up. Longarita can't get it as he hits it off the side, and the ball's taken away. Here's Ignacio Respo. Cross-court pass, and that's going to be a foul on Garuba. And in basketball, that happens often. When you go in the air and try to do too many things at once instead of planting your feet. So Garuba tried to go for the steal in the air. That did not work out for him as he picks up his second foul. 4:18 to go. Tough shot, no good. But Argentina will have a crack at the free throw line. This will be their 8th and 9th free throws. 57% from the line. As Giovanetti goes for his second attempt. And he gets that one to go. He has 7 points right now. And this is a player who usually averages 16.3 points. That's 7th best here in this U19 World Cup. But he has been limited to single digits at the moment. He now has 8. As he remains perfect from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from the field, as he plays over 20 minutes here in this quarterfinal. The winner will play Canada, the winner of Canada and Turkey, as Spain turns the ball over. They are over the limit. Argentina has 2 fouls to give. So De La Rey with his 3rd foul, as he is in foul trouble. The only one with 3 fouls for Spain. On Argentina's side, Diego Colom is also in foul trouble with 3. Respud with a bounce pass to Colom. And Colom has 5 points at the moment. And they turn the ball over. Both of these clubs haven't handled the ball exceptionally well. Argentina with their 12th turnover. Spain has 11. 4 minutes and counting in the 3rd quarter. Spain up 16. They're up by as much as 20, and that was indicated at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Miller trying to drive. Instead will set the screen. And De La Rey gets fouled. However, that ball goes off the heel, and it will go back to Argentina. Argentina had a little bit of a scoring spurt in the 2nd quarter, cut the lead to as much as 4. However, they have failed to find answers for this fast-tempo Team Spain. Final seconds on the shot clock. Giovanelli with a fadeaway. That's off the mark. And it's Villar with the rebound. De La Rey brings it up court. Rather, that was Alex Moreno who brings the ball up court. Moreno, tough shot, and he gets it in. So Argentina with one more foul to give. Respud stopped in his tracks. Has to defer over to Giovanetti. Respo again from deep, and he hits it off the front. Second chance for Argentina, courtesy of Truett. Colom off the seal, splits through the defense, and finds Alia, who gets contact. So Jordi Rodriguez checking back in for Spain. 2:28 remaining. Free throws coming up. The first one goes for Alia. So Lee Alia with his 4th point. And Spain has been limiting the top scorers for Argentina. That's Alia and Giovanetti, both of them shooting single-digit figures. Alia with 4. In the meantime, Giovanetti with 8. As they're limiting their offense well, as Langarita slashes right in. And that will send him to the line. So Langarita got slapped along the way, and he knocks down the first free throw. Continue the conversation if you're watching on YouTube. Get those comments going. And if you're watching on all the other social media outlets, be sure to let us know by using the hashtag FIBA U19 as Langarita goes 2 for 2 at the line. He has 7 points today. 55-36 Spain. They have led since the opening tip as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the third. And it's taken away by Rodriguez, and there they go on the move once again. Langarita's with them, but they find Miller instead. The no-looker, and now Langarita will slow things down. Langarita gets enough room, but can't connect on the triple. The loose ball fought for as Miller and Marciardo were in a tangle-up. Matter of fact, it was Marciardo who tried to slap the ball away. Colomb right in the fray. So with the possession arrow, it will stay with Spain with 1:40 to go. Santiago True checking back in for Argentina. 7.6 rebounds and no fouls. Expect him to be on the floor a lot the rest of the way. Rodriguez slashing right in, counted in, a foul. Jordi Rodriguez just driving right in from the right, finishing off with the right. As he flew, they cooed, and now they're saying ooh as he's about to attempt the and one. Victory on way to set the check in. As Isaac Noguez heads back to the bench. And the free throw is no good for Rodriguez. As Rodriguez tries to pick up. Loose ball on the floor, and is recovered by Spain, courtesy of Langarita. Here's Moreno going behind the back on Colomb, and Miller's right back up top. Miller gets it inside, retreats to the corner, steps back for the three. Put her there as Baba Miller goes inside and right back out. They give Spain their biggest lead today, 24 points, 18 for Miller, as he is 3 of 5 from outside. 40 seconds to go. True was looking for a foul, won't get it. Ahead of the pack is Spain once again. Rodriguez looking for a screen from Miller. Got it for a split second. Will have to work on it himself, and he gets tripped up by Marciardo with 8 to shoot. And that will put Argentina over the limit. Both of these clubs in the bonus for the rest of the third quarter. .23 seconds and counting. That's the third foul on Marciardo. He is in foul trouble. Diego Colomb with 4 personals too, as that first free throw goes down. Spain shooting 70.5% from the charity stripe, 12 of 17. Meanwhile, Argentina shooting 63%. Both free throws go down to make it 62-36. And in the meantime, David Gomez checks back in. Only played a few minutes into this contest, but was able to hold his own in the round of 16 battle against Lebanon with 10 points, a point, a steal, and a block. Argentina with a big hole to climb out of as we approach the fourth quarter. Shot clock is off and it's taken away once again. Here's Rodriguez almost putting it down. But it's going to be Longarita who's going to go to the line, an unsportsmanlike foul. And man, can you believe how much of a highlight that would have been if Longarita put that one down. It all started off with the steal as Garuba just pestering Argentina right now, and Longarita almost throwing it down, but he got fouled right from behind. That is an unsportsmanlike foul, which means Spain will get the ball back following the free throw. And Longarita goes off the top side. 8 2/10 seconds to go. And he splits the unsportsmanlike free throws. Isano Monza and Sergio Della Rey checking back in as we wind out the third quarter. The closest this game has been 4 points. That was in the second quarter. Things have dramatically changed as the jump hook is no good by Almanza down to the final seconds, and they were unable to get a shot off in time. So that brings the third quarter to a close with the score, Spain 63, Argentina 36. A berth to the semifinals is on the line, and we will see what happens in the final quarter in just a moment. Aaron Sanders here. You're watching the 2023 FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup from Hungary. Fourth quarter set to begin here in this quarterfinal matchup in the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup. Aaron Sanders with you.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
You win for all.
Aaron Sanders here. Welcome back as we begin the fourth quarter. Spain with a commanding lead over Argentina, and they look to expand to it. And they can't do that off the three. Rebound for Argentina. The biggest difference in this game here has been points in the paint, and that was expected considering the towering lineup that Spain has right now, outscoring Argentina 34-18 into the paint, and they have a 27-point lead. Once upon a time, it was down to 4. That was near the final stages of the second quarter. Ever since then, Spain has been able to balloon their lead big time, outscoring Argentina 26-11 in the third quarter. They get the ball back, and stuffing it down was victory on way 2, who hopes his team is on his way to victory and to the next round, the semifinals matchup, as it makes the score 65-36. Nicholas Petri into the game. Both of these clubs using their bench players at the moment as we approach the final moments here into this game. On the floor for Spain, Sergio De La Rey, David Gomez, Lucas Longarita, Alex Moreno, and victory on way 2. For Spain, Dylan Borden, Ben Marchiaro, Nicholas Petri, Juan Respo, and Batista Rodriguez. Back on the floor, here's Moreno fighting on way 2, and he's unable to connect on the layup. You're enjoying the game? Let us know in the comments below. And follow us on the social media platforms, and don't forget to use the hashtag FIBA U19. The pass right down low to Batista. They defer the ball right back up top. And now here's Respo from outside, and he can't get that to go. On way 2 on the board. Fourth quarter action as Canada and Turkey will await a winner of that one, and that will be the next matchup in the semifinals. First of 4 quarterfinal matchups here from Hungary. The feed inside on way 2, and a saucer pass to De La Rey, who connects on the triple. That is just pretty ball movement on the part involved for Spain. And that's been working in their favor the entire matchup. Marchiaro trying to go down low, and he gets fouled. Other games happening. Canada and Turkey will be taking place next, followed by USA and Japan, and the winner of that contest will play the winner of France and Serbia to cap off the quarterfinal matchups in this U19 World Club. A pleasure to have you along with us on behalf of FIBA, as the pull-up jumper is good for Dylan Bordone, who has had a tough game, to say the least. 6 points, 4 assists, and this is coming from a guy who averages 11 points per game. Not the best showing from him in this tournament. Nonetheless, he's on the floor. 7 minutes to go and counting. The finger roll is up and in for Moreno. My mistake, that's Sergio De La Rey. Dylan Bordone's finest game was in the round of 16 contest, as that shot goes off the glass and in. And as I say that, he's able to connect on 2 more. 6 points now for Bordone. 19 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist against Brazil in the previous game. However, he hasn't been able to find the nice looks. Remember, Spain came into this game number 1 in power rankings, number 2 in the world. Argentina, 7th in the rankings, 18th in the world. Nice crossover dribble, spots up from the circle, that is off the mark. Rebound by Gomez, and he puts it in. So Gomez tacks on 2 more for Spain as they are up by 32. They're running away with it, and it's taken away. De La Rey finding Langarita, and he connects. So Spain just on their way to the semifinals, barring A comeback from Argentina. They are down by 35. Catch and shoot three from Boca. That is too strong. And here is Gomez. Slows things down as they bring it up past the timeline. On Wetu, hands it back, Gomez. A lot of movement right down underneath the basket. 7 to shoot. Down to 3 on the 24. Spots up, the jumper is no good. On Wetu, can't get the clamps down. Third chance this time, and it's Langarita again. Lucas Langarita, back-to-back triples, as he is feeling it. 14 points, 3 of 5 from downtown. And Argentina just ice cold in shooting here in this quarter. Being outscored 15-4. But they're able to make amends of it by taking it away, courtesy of Boca. Boca, coast to coast, puts it up, and it's off the mark. The woes continue as Bordone tries to put it down. Luis Garcia checking in for Spain. So Garcia played in all games besides the one against France. 6 on the 24. Final seconds on the shot clock. The corner 2 doesn't go as Onuetu pulls it down. And here comes Moreno finding Garcia. Noguez. They look for a screen. Onuetu gladly accepts it. Shots off the mark. Here's Marciaro. Marciaro finding Rodriguez, and they lose control of the ball. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in regulation. Spain up 78-40. As it looks like Argentina will be dropping to the classification games. Spain not so far away from the semifinal round. A stage in this tournament that they expected right from the start, as Moreno drives, kicks it right outside, the 3 goes. And David Gomez is on the board. 80% from downtown for Spain. Argentina yet to score from there. And that continues. Pulled down by Garcia. Alex Moreno getting into the far side with a quick pivot. And here's Garcia. He'll go to work. Picks up the foul. That'll be the second team foul from Argentina. Spain with 3. Boca fouls. That's his second. 14 seconds on the shot clock. An offensive foul is called on Gomez. Following this game, it will be Canada and Turkey. The second quarterfinal game. In which it appears that Spain will be playing the winner of that one tomorrow. Argentina with the ball. Boca from outside. That is short. Grazes the rim just a little bit. And Moreno gently brings the ball up court. Garcia looking for the ball, but Onuetu gets it instead from the circle. Great heads-up play from Colomb as he slaps it out of bounds. A little bit of action down low from Garcia. and Boca. Goes into Garcia, guarded by Petri. Garcia tight-roping the sideline, and he gets shoved out of bounds. So Argentina using their last foul to give. That's going to mean subs. Both of these clubs will be over the limit on their next foul. Leading scorer today, Papa Miller, 18 points. A rebound away from a double-double. 4 players in double-digit scoring figures for Spain today. And it's taken away right on time as Diego Colom flushes it with 2 hands. Two minutes to go as Colom matches his jersey number, 7 points in this quarterfinal matchup. As Noguez looking for the screen, and he finds a way to who draws the foul. So way to will head to the line for the first time. 4 rebounds and 2 points in almost 10 minutes of play. Very effective though, a plus 18. In his performance. Gets the first free throw down. That's his 3rd point for a player who averages 3 points per game. Away two goes perfect from the line. He now has 4. And Spain's up 83-42. 41-point lead. A minute and 40 left. And it's taken away. And why not? Noguez gets on the board. He's been very active with the ball movement, and he finally got one. Minute 25 and counting, and Argentina goes for the foul. That'll put Spain over the limit. So it'll be Bautista Rodriguez shooting a pair. And Gomez picks up his 4th foul. First one goes. Once again, we appreciate all the comments in the comment section over on the YouTube channel and everywhere else you've been watching this game at. Hope you continue to enjoy the U19 World Cup from Hungary. James Poovey will be taking over behind the mic the rest of the way. It's been an absolute pleasure to call this game. Final few moments of this one as that jumper is off the mark. And Argentina rushes on the floor, and that 3 ball is no good from Boca. Final minute of play as Spain is about to be one step closer to the championship. Garcia loses control of the ball. And Boca hits it from the corner. Something that they haven't been able to do in the duration of this game, capitalize on 3. They have only made 4 out of the 25. Meanwhile, Spain has found a way to get red hot from the 3-point line in the second half. In total, 9 of 24 from beyond the arc. And what has been an ice-cold performance from downtown until the 3rd quarter. So that will be a off-the-ball offensive foul. 2-second difference, shot clock and game clock. 26 seconds to go in the game. Here's Colom, and he dishes it right out. They tightrope the sideline, and it's taken away by Noguez. So Spain will bring it up court. Argentina will not foul. And thanks to Baba Miller, Lucas Longarita, Jordi Rodriguez, and Isan Almanza, the big men for Spain, they advance to the semifinals as they defeat Argentina as they never trailed. They scored the opening basket and never looked back, and they have defeated Argentina 85-47. Argentina will play in the classification games. Meanwhile, Spain will play the winner of Canada and Turkey for the right to go to the final. Once again, leading scorer throughout the contest, Baba Miller with 18 points, 9 rebounds. Isan Almanza with a double-double, 10 points, 10 boards. Rodriguez with 15, Lucas Langarita with 14. And the leading scorer for Argentina is Lucas Giovanetti with 8 points. Usually averages around 16 points, but he got half of that as neither player from Argentina scored more than that. Well-balanced scoring from Argentina. They just couldn't find an answer to the fast break and the dominating front court of Spain, being out-rebounded 54-25. Spain capitalizing on those turnovers, 13 steals to Argentina's 8. And that was pretty much the story. So Spain moves on to the semifinals. Argentina will play for standings as we have come to the end of this game. Final score once again, Spain 85, Argentina 47. James Poovey will take over behind the mic the rest of the way. We leave you now with some highlights of today's game. Thank you again for joining us here in this quarterfinal matchup in the 2023 FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup from Hungary. Let's talk again soon and keep the conversation going on the social media platforms. And be sure to use the hashtag FIBA U19. Subscribe for more, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. Until we talk again, this be Aaron Sanders. Have a good one, and keep on watching FIBA basketball. So long, everybody.